Blessings and welcome to our Sunday service at Spirit of the Lotus. And we will begin our service with chanting. I am that I am, I am. I am, I am, I am, I am. I am, I am, I am. Blessings of love and light. And let us take a moment to go within into the silence, into our hearts. Uniting with the I am that I am, and the I am presence of all humanity. And slowly feel the body. By wiggling your toes and fingers and rubbing the palms of your hands and gently cupping them over your eyes. Welcome. And just a moment while we stand. I'm Reverend Tara, and we're here at the Spirit of the Lotus on this beautiful Sunday morning of August 2nd, year 2025. And we welcome all of you here, and thank you. Thank you so much for joining us. And we will start with announcements, but first, today's discourse is on the opening of the Lion's Gate, or some call it the Sirius Gate. We'll explain all of that in just a few moments. But we'll start off with announcements, and the Spirit of the Lotus would like to thank all of you for our support, for your support for Spirit of the Lotus. And this will be the last Sunday service for a while. It's not a permanent thing, but we are regrouping. Our church center in Belen, New Mexico, was recently robbed of practically everything, the generator, all the solar equipment, and as well as the crystals and pictures and many things from the inside of the church as well as outside of the church. And we believe that this is sending us in a different direction. The energies are so intense upon this planet, and we can't be lagging behind and doing the same thing over and over and over and getting the same results. Right now, we are still having classes. However, the church services will be postponed or held on hold for a while until we decide the direction that we're taking. And we will be moving out of the center in Belen until we can establish a new location. With all this said, we realize what the Spirit of the Lotus is. It's more than just a church. It's more than just a school. We are helping unite consciousness and helping anchoring the light, as well as connecting to the new grid. There's a lot that we, Spirit of the Lotus, you do to help with this ascension process. It doesn't support us always physically, because our goal isn't to have a certain dogma or a certain, we don't have a membership program. We depend on your generosity and your donations. The income that we get is from our classes and retreats, but even that hasn't been generating much. So this is why we're putting everything on hold right now, to see what we need to do to not so much attract more people, because we have very gracious donors, and supporters. And yes, I'm told, yes, to attract more people, as well as getting the support to keep the doors of Spirit of the Lotus open. And so we thank you for sticking with us, and we will notify you of on a regular basis as to what we are doing and what direction we are taking. And so, speaking of classes, we will we are having a class on 8/8, the apex of the Lion's Gate. And today's discourse is on the opening of the Lion's Gate, which was, I believe, started on July 26th, the gradual opening of the Lion's Gate. And it will last until the closing at 8/12. So it's an opening of a portal, the Lion's Gate portal. And what is happening with this opening, that there's an outpouring of this crystalline, pure light, creative God energy pouring upon this planet. And what we call this Lion's Gate portal, on the physical level, it is an alignment of the sun in Leo and Sirius, the star, which is one of the brightest stars in the sky that we can see with our naked eye, and which is in the Orion's belt, and Mother Earth. And this alignment amplifies all the frequencies that is being poured upon this planet and upon all creatures, great and small, and all the flower, everything that grows, everything that's alive. And these energies are creative energies, great creative energies, which give us a certain focus, direction, and needless to say, they are great spiritual energies, which help us with our evolution, with our expansion. We are in the expansion phase. And in the 3D and 4D, when anything starts expanding, there is contraction, there is duality. As we know, Sirius is the brightest star in the sky, and it is associated with wisdom and direction and so on and so forth. And so it's important now that we consciously ask to connect to our divine intellect. Because if you truly believe God is all and we are this aspect of God, that we are this beautiful, which has no beginning, no end, divine intellect. But we need to connect, consciously connect with that aspect. It's just like a marriage. If there's no communication or no connection, there is hardly any relationship. The marriage doesn't last. So it's the same thing. It's a marriage with aspects of ourself. And as long as we're in this 3D body, we need to make this connection if we would like the help of that divine intellect, help of our guides, help of our angels, dragons, fairy kingdom, help of God's kingdom. What makes this the most powerful Lion's Gate ever? Because it's in a higher octave now. It's more intense. And the dark matrix is gone. So there's nothing stopping the flow. The Lion's Gate opens up all of our human potential. And I mean all. The potential for greatness, as well as the potential in the 3D for doing things not so great. And that is why you see such a great polarization now going on. But not to fret, not to fear, because everything is in God's hands. This is all part of God's plan. Everything that is happening now. And it is important that we realize we still have free will with everything that's going on, including the stillness, not just chaos. We can focus, turn our attention to what helps us to grow in the light, to be true light bearers, light workers. It's important we keep in mind that where attention goes, energy flows. To keep in mind, this is all created by us, an illusion that can be created and dismantled and recreated, recalibrated. So what is happening to us? What are we all experiencing? Not only increased sensitivity, increased intuition. Those who never believed in extrasensory perception or anything beyond our five senses are starting to talk about sensing other things. I mean, we've run into these people, other things beyond the veil. And even, and kids, of course, they talk about, because we come in contact with a lot of kids, things that they see on the other side of the veil. And their parents who have been told that it's just their imagination are starting to believe too, because they've seen it when they were children, but they were discouraged. So they're not discouraging their children anymore. In fact, many are encouraging them, because this vast so-called imagination or imaging power is helping their children to be super, super creative and realize there is all possibility. There are no boundaries to creativity. So our emotions may be experiencing highs and lows. And this is very disconcerting for many. And those who have been taught to stuff their emotions are finding it very difficult to keep what is rearing its head these days within us, keep it locked down. We went through a lockdown in 2020, and it was very symbolic of our human, what was going on in our human experience. But in this lockdown, it gave us great pause. It was the ability to go within and some took going within and the restructuring of our DNA and our physical body from a carbon-based body to a crystalline body. Those who lived in fear took this same energy and took the lockdown as hiding in their homes or away from the public, and fear of the virus and focusing on the virus of what can destroy humanity. So here was one camp focusing on the virus and destruction and disease and death, and another camp focusing on rebuilding, restructuring, going within, getting in touch with what is real, and so on and so forth. This was a great pivotal point for humanity. And so we are clearing old energies. Since the light is so strong, so focused, it's burning away the dross from our thinking mind. But at the same time, it is illuminating all that, the shadow, what we call the shadow self, all that is rearing its so-called ugly head. And while it illuminates that, we have a choice to panic, to lash out, to blame, to go back into the old way. Or we can be the observer, as scripture tells us, the witness, and see how it serves us. And if it doesn't serve us, then we can say, you served us well in the past, but now I don't need you anymore. It's an entity, and it wants attention. So love is the key. To love yourself, to love everything about yourself. And these demons are repelled by love. You may feel more out of body, and this is very common. And you may be having more out of body experiences, contacts, with your starseed family on the other side of the veil. And now there's no veil. The veil is torn. You might find it difficult to sleep at night because the circadian rhythm is being readjusted. And so feelings of abandonment, disconnection, being alone, unsupported, these are feelings that are coming up that are universal or very human. We've all experienced it. And depending if we buried it or not, is the intensity of it when it comes up. Many of us were told that these feelings aren't real, that, that we are supported and that these feelings are, were planted in us and all of that. But they're there. It doesn't matter the reason. If they're there, It's not who we are. It's an entity. It has a life. It has a personality. It's always seeking a home. And this is what we call the dark forces. And the dark forces no longer have a support, a matrix. That is gone. Our energy, our lower energies are their only support, their lifeline. And so the battle is great. And we cannot win the battle by falling prey to, to these lower, these emotions that make us feel less than who we are. And of course, overwhelmed. So many of the people that we talk to, counsel, and whatever, they all seem to feel overwhelmed with emotion, not necessarily, some with work, overwhelmed with life itself. But there's this feeling of, that they are not in control. Something else is in control. And the more we try, all of us try and control something, hold on to it, the more it becomes physical, the more it becomes real, the more we pay attention to it. All it wants is recognition. And once we recognize, we have a realization, there's a realization. And through that realization, it starts to lessen its hold of who we are, who we really are, that realization. And this is why teachers who teach self-realization, like Paramahansa Yogananda, teach that rejection or trying to push something away, that whatever we're trying to push away will push against us just as hard, sometimes harder. That the Christ light leaves nothing out of its heart. Compassion, mercy leaves nothing outside of its heart. For the sacred heart of the Christ has no beginning and no end. It's boundless. It receives all. And love. We are born of love. We are the key, because love is the key. We are love. So each individual soul is the key to this whole ascension process. You may feel forgetful. And yes, we've been teaching remembering who we are, remembering our divine heritage. And in this 3D, if we're remembering things, we are starting to forget. our limitations, forget what binds us. So it throws us in a tizzy. Who to trust, what to trust. We don't even trust ourselves because half of us don't know what's really going on. All this is happening because our brain is being uploaded. We are all connecting to the crystalline grid. All of our thoughts, all of our actions, all of our feelings are going into this grid. So it's important. We always keep saying, keep your vibration high, be in the heart, connect with the crystalline grid, connect with your I am. So what to do? Let's talk about the fall of the dark matrix or the false matrix. It was a battle for our soul, and our souls, the soul is that experiencer, field of experience for just, I mean, it's a lot more, but it's for spirit, for God to experience through us. And since these dark entities no longer have their matrix or where they got their power, they get it from our fears, our traumas, our mistrust of ourselves, mistrust of God, mistrust of everything. It's really a divide and conquer. We remember Nikita Khrushchev. Some of you are too young to remember him, but this is during the Eisenhower, President Eisenhower days. And he once said that what will tear the United States apart are not the enemies from without, but the divisiveness from within. And that's probably the wisest thing he's ever said. And that goes for everything, in groups, in nations, and within ourselves. Divided, we fall. And that's why this coming into one mind, unity, one humanity, one life, it's all happening now. It's all part of the ascension process. So it's important we stay focused. Again, where attention goes, energy flows. Focus on the here and now. And every day, align yourself. Ally yourself with your divine self, I am presence, divine will, with God. It's the energies unfolding right now, right here and now, all has to do with our divine self. connecting with our divine self, uniting as one. And we don't just connect like a plug, yes and no, but how we are doing it is through spiraling figure 8. We've seen it. Energies. This is how energy flows. And it all radiates from the heart. There's so much more to share with you, but we will continue in the class that's coming up on August 8th at 6 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. And just realize what a glorious time this is. All of us, every single soul, really wanted to be here at this time. In fact, petitioned over and over to be here at this time. Millions of souls were turned away. And now souls are leaving, realizing very suddenly, because these energies are so intense. It always looks easier on the other side. But some are leaving because their job is done. And their work is even more important on the other side of the veil. Therefore, take good care of yourselves. Drink lots of water. Water is an important element during this time. And get lots of rest. We advise some of the people we're counseling to take salt, do salt scrubs, to detoxify. Get lots and lots of rest. For you will not be left behind. You don't have to keep doing. Trust. Leave it in God's hands. For God's kingdom is come. God's will be done, is being done, was, is, and always will be done. Blessings of love and light. And let's prepare ourselves now for a very, we'll see how Spirit guides us. Relax. And go deeply within. Focus on the breath. And today's meditation will focus on the heart. Therefore, with full will and with your visualization power or feeling power, your ideation power, see or feel, imagine the colors that we are about to share with you. Colors of the rainbow, of freedom, liberation. Colors of the rainbow that take us from the lower realities to the higher realities. Colors of the rainbow and frequencies that take us directly to our I Am presence, our sacred, divine self. And just breathe. See and feel and be the frequency of the red ray of God's love and devotion to all of humanity, all of creation. That heals all of our creation, all of our manifestations. There's no good or bad. Bringing this physical reality into balance. Our bodies and all that we've created. Now visualize a bright orange ray. This is an expression of our emotions, our emotional body. It's mind in motion, emotion, energy in motion, creating. We create when every single moment as we emote, even in our subconscious mind, when it moves, it's creating. See and feel and be the orange ray of joy, stillness, calmness. Now visualize yellow, this bright golden yellow coming from the center sun. into our sun, shining upon every particle in its path, bringing clarity to our reality, bringing balance to our logic and reasoning. Helping us to see our purpose and experience our purpose, our divine purpose, using the wisdom that is flowing into every cell of our being, divine wisdom, so we can make those million right choices. And as we move into the higher realities of the green, the blue and the yellow, the mind of God, the mind of truth, brings poise and balance to our soul. And everything in our environment, which is a reflection of us, of our creation, our choices, balance, harmony, feeling the love grow. For the answer is in our true nature, in Mother Nature. For she knows. The Divine Mother. Now into a blue ray of light, of truth and reality. Peace, be still. The sea of tranquility, where we can hear the wee small voice of God in this one song universe, the voices of angels. This sound, this vibration that holds our universe together. Now into purple, then gold and white. Transmuting, transfiguring into light. For I am light and energy, emanating in eternity. I am, I am, I am. Om. I live in the heart of God. Om. I have no beginning and no end. Om. I am eternal. Om. Infinite infinities, eternal eternities, beyond the beyond. Now see a crystalline river flowing from the infinite infinities, eternal eternities, flowing into the center of our being. And see a twin river flowing from the throne of God, revealing the all possibility. See these two rivers flowing into one. Now we are shining as 10,000 times 10,000 suns, clear crystal firelight. I am, I am, I am. I am here, I am now. Now bring this energy back, 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 up through the soles of the feet, down through the center of the crown, in through the palms of our hands, whirling at the threefold flame of our heart. And when we're all the way into the body, rub the palms of our hands together and cup them gently over the eyes. We may do this now. Blessings. Thank you so much for joining us. And we ask that you pay attention to what's real. Turn off the news, turn off anything that separates us, that divides us, and focus on what is real. The joy, the love, unity, the one song universe. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Love and light.